In this episode of Talking About Orks, we're going over Meganobz, and Meganobz have become suddenly much more viable with the release of Chapter Approved 2017, and the reason for that is the drop in price of Power Claws and Kill Saws. So Meganobz are movement 4 inches, so they've lost an inch of movement over regular Ork stuff. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 5, strength 5, toughness 4, 3 wounds, 3 attacks, and of course a 2+ save. And it includes one boss Meganobz and 2 other Meganobz, so that's 3 to start with. Each model is equipped with a custom shooter, a power claw, and stick bombs. And the options are, and you go up to 10, just like always. Worker options, and you may replace its custom shooter and power claw with 2 kill saws. Any model may replace its custom shooter with a combi weapon with Scorcher or combi weapon with rocket launcher. So pretty much normal stuff. They have the keeping order rule, of course, here we go, and mob rule. So what makes Meganobz so much better now is the fact the power claw is only 12 points, the kill saw is only 15, and how much is the duel? Well, it takes 2 kill saws, so it's a little bit more than that with 2 kill saws, and if you have 2 kill saws, you add +1 to attack. So you'd have, just like always, 2 kill saws, you get 4 attacks by space. So, but just the power claw and custom shooter option is very, very viable these days. There's no question about that. The points value for this is almost what it was in the previous index now. They're a little few points more. I think they're like 43 points or so. Let me just double check that. Meganobz, 29. Yeah, custom shooter's only 4, right? Yeah. Meganobz, so 29. The power claws are 12. 13. Yeah, so they're only 2 points more than the previous codex, which in this edition is unheard of. And if you have enough of these guys around, of course they're all going to be -1 to hit, so a war banner is very important to go along with these guys. But even a big unit is going to have so many attacks, it's not going to matter that much, and they're going to do so much damage. The power claw being -3 D3, and that's where the kill saws are really great, being -4 AP and just straight up 2 damage. And the extra attack, they're still -1 to hit, and your opponent is going to have to dedicate some serious anti-tank firepower to these guys with their 2+ save. Well, if they're sitting in cover, they will get the +1 to cover save, so they basically have a 1+ save minus whatever AP is at them, so the last cannon is still going to give you a 5-up save. And anything that's, there are 3 wounds, so there's a good chance that even against the last cannon, a single model is going to survive that hit. Actually, 1/3 chance a model is going to survive a last cannon to the face. Whereas before, there was no chance of Meganobz surviving a last cannon to the face. And I just can't emphasize how important it is that these points of these guys have gone down, because you can jump them. You can take 2 units and mob them up. I mean, that's a lot of points, but still, you can take 2 units of 10 Meganobz and mob them up, and then jump them. And I don't care what you're facing. I don't care what they have for Overwatch. 20 Meganobz are going to wreck face. And at the 42, I mean, sure, that's almost 850 points, but that is so much damage. That is so many wounds at 2 up that no matter what you're facing, they're gonna have a hard time munching through that. And it's still, and then you still got plenty of points left over for shooting and other stuff behind you, if you really want to. So let's talk about the other option, which is the combi weapons. Of course, no one will ever take a combi rocket. Even with the price drop, even for free, no one was going to take a combi rocket. Well, maybe for free. If they were 0 points, maybe some people would take a combi rocket. But any points at all, the combi rockets aren't worth it. Combi Scorches are expensive. They are 19 points. So it would be plus, since you're not paying for the custom shooter, it becomes, with the power claw and a combi weapon, it's math is failing me. 57 points? Yeah, 57 points. So, per model. which is starting to get into the territory of something you don't want to do. Especially on a mass scale. So maybe 1 or 2 combi scorches per unit at most, simply because of the points and the fact that the combi scorch is only 8-inch range means you're not going to be able to flame things from the jump. But they are salt, so you can advance and still shoot the combi scorch. Unlike a heavy flamer, which is heavy, the scorches are salt, which means you can advance and still shoot scorches, which for dreadnoughts, by the way, is absolutely incredible. But I'll get to that when I get to the dreadnoughts. So if you want to take small units, like a unit of 3, one with combi scorches, and then use that as a harassment unit or an objective sitting unit. If someone wants to charge them with the 3 heavy flamers, let them charge them, and then you still got your 2 up armor save, and you still have power claws. So units of 3 with combi weapons jumped around onto objectives. That's a lot of points. So you can maybe take 1 combi scorcher, but still a unit of 3 for an objective or in a truck, because if the truck gets shot off underneath them, they're not going to be as vulnerable to additional shooting as other units will be, like boys. So Meganobz and trucks, the old man's missile, still is a bit viable despite the slowness of the trucks. But there's still a lot of cool things you can do with Meganobz. I think the price reductions of their weapons have turned Meganobz from it's kind of nice unit to something that is seriously viable in a competitive environment. If you can jump them, say you jump them into cover, is a great example, something you can do. Jump them into cover for a turn near your opponent. So now they've got that plus extra save, and it's something they have to deal with, because if they don't kill them this turn, they will come get them next turn. As I said, you can take units of 3 and jump them on objectives. No one's going to get them off objectives very easily, especially if they have other units specific, weak units specifically designed to go run and get objectives, like recruit or scouts or something like that. If they have units like that, or Ripper Swarms, any small weak units people normally use to go to objectives, you send Meganobz there, whatever, they're just going to annihilate whatever they touch in that situation. So a couple units of 3 Meganobz as objective sitters, an objective based game, something like ITC, where objectives are incredibly important to winning the game, might be worth the points investment. As I said, the idea of taking 20 of them, mobbing up, jumping them, and making your opponent deal with your army on your terms instead of theirs. And also by doing that, you reduce your number of drops, which increases your chance of going first. And it doesn't matter what kind of bubble wrap, because 20 Meganobz are just going to ignore any sort of small arms fire. And if they're using las cannons on them, then that would be a great opportunity to take walkers or battle wagons or kill tanks or big tracks, something that they would normally want to use their las cannons on. If you send the Meganobz over there, they're going to force you to. You're going to force them to use their las cannons on the Meganobz, which gives your vehicles more chances to get into where you want them to do. For them to do what you want them to do. So that is Meganobz. I just noticed there doesn't say anything about cover with the Scorcha. It just says it automatically hits. It doesn't say it ignores cover. Well, I will have to investigate that discrepancy and see if that's the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, well, that's easy. I'm gonna go take a look real quick. While I noticed that, I'm gonna go take a look at. Nope, it just automatically hits this target. It doesn't say anything about. Oh, I guess flamers don't ignore cover anymore. Isn't that interesting? I'll have to figure that out. Anyway, so this video's gone on enough. Meganobz, if you've given up on Meganobz because they were too expensive, give them another try. I think they're going to be a lot more viable than they were before. It definitely fit in the theme of an elite army, where you go with Meganobz and walkers, or just, as I said, if you're going to do Meganobz, you want to take a bunch of vehicles, truck boys, kill tanks, big tracks. Big tracks are great. We'll get into big tracks later, but big tracks are awesome. So what basically you have an entire army designed to attract enemy anti-vehicle fire, heavy weapons, las cannons, missile launchers. You want everything in your army to be a target somebody wants to shoot with those weapons. That way they have to choose between the 20 Meganobz in their face or all the awesome vehicles coming up at them. And that's not an easy choice to make. And again, that really reduces the effectiveness of small arms fire. So, have you played Meganobz since the points reduction? I have not actually played them since the point reduction, but they are on the to-do list. And let me know what results you've had in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this episode of Talking About Orks. Please subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications for new Talking About Orks videos every Wednesday, new battle reports every Friday, and hobby videos whenever I can. Thanks for watching.